For me, personality and publicity portraits are about the most fun portraits out there. These are usually folks of some celebrity who realize how important it is to portray themselves as they want their audience to see them. They are almost never uncomfortable before the camera, and not only will gleefully try pretty much whatever you want, but will throw in their 2 cents worth without a second thought. Still, they're not photographers, so they rely on you to get the performance out of them. In my opinion, personality and publicity portraits should rarely, if ever, fall back on the classic 3-light scenario. It is essential that these folks look different. They are, after all, celebrities, very special people to their audiences. Your images of them should reflect that concept. Think of yourself as an orchestra conductor. Your lights, background, and props are your instruments. Your subject is the score. Once everything is tuned up, which means metered and set, tap your baton and start the show. It's up to you to interpret the score, get the best performance you can. You're going to really enjoy this. Let me show you an easy and extremely versatile lighting scenario for personality portraits. This arrangement will work with other subjects too, and I'm sure you'll use it many times. I've set a pair of 3-foot by 4-foot softboxes directly opposite each other. The key has been placed at 45 degrees to camera right, the other at 135 degrees to camera left. As I'm setting up a shot, I've often found it helpful to put a piece of tape on the floor where my model will be. If my subject is in makeup, the tape makes metering much more accurate. Notice that I'm aiming my light meter at the lights this time, not at the camera. Before I make my final light meter measurement, which will be aimed at the camera, I want to be certain both strobes are powered equally. I'm going to turn our model into 2 versions of a rock star using the same lighting and background, but the results will be very different. The first, a pop vocalist, requires a softer background than we're seeing with the white paper. By moving in the 2 black bookends to act as gobos, I'll cut the light falling on the paper without flaring any light back into the lens. I've got my camera on a tripod, and I know exactly how much room I have on each side of her to move the bookends and make the background lighter or darker. I'm also bringing in a white bookend at camera left, which will serve 2 purposes. First, it will bounce some light from the key into the shadows of the face and open them up. Secondly, it will act as a gobo and keep any extra light from the kicker from spilling onto my lens. With the help of makeup and wardrobe, my singer is ready to go. I've discussed and demonstrated the look I want, which is the smile she would give the audience as they begin their applause, but I'll leave the final interpretation of that up to her. I'll meter one final time with the meter aimed at the camera. This is beautiful light. The 2 softboxes and bookends work together to produce a soft, circular light that's very flattering and very emotional. When we next see her, she'll be the lead singer in a female punk band, but I'll only need to make a few small changes to my setup to make it believable. The nature of this performer is to be edgy and angry, and with this in mind, I'll remove the 2 black bookends, then angle the camera left softbox a little more onto the background. This will add light to the sweep and more contrast to her shadow. I'm also going to remove the white bookend, also to add contrast. Well, thanks to the miracles of makeup, wardrobe, and time-lapse, my rock star is ready and on the set. I want my star in profile, and I want that shadow too. Now we've decided that the shots will be made as if she's playing guitar, fast, intense, and angry. I lowered my camera because I don't want what would be considered a normal point of view for this image. Folks, this 2 softbox scenario is one of my favorite setups. It's extremely versatile. I know you'll enjoy working with it too.